Welcome. Today we journey not across continents but through time itself. We'll visit the cradles of human ingenuity, civilizations that soared, then vanished, leaving only ruins and riddles. These mysteries are etched into our planet, silent yet profound. Our goal, not just to see but to understand, to feel the echoes of those who came before. Let's begin our exploration of 5 lost worlds, tales of brilliance, disappearance, and the enduring silence of history. Our journey begins in the heart of South Asia, where the mighty Indus River once nourished a civilization both mysterious and magnificent. Here, in the vast plains, lie the remnants of the Indus Valley, one of the world's earliest urban cultures, shrouded in silence and dust. Over 4,000 years ago, the Harappans built remarkable cities like Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. These were not just clusters of huts or villages, but sprawling urban centers, home to tens of thousands of people. Their scale and sophistication rivaled those of ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia. Unlike many ancient settlements, these cities were meticulously planned. Streets ran in perfect grids, intersecting at right angles lined with sturdy brick houses. Each home often had its own private well, and the cities boasted an advanced drainage system. Covered drains ran beneath the streets, carrying waste away and keeping the city clean. This level of urban planning was centuries ahead of its time. The Harappans' economy thrived on innovation and order. They used standardized weights and measures, ensuring fairness in trade. Intricately carved seals, often depicting animals and mysterious symbols, were used to mark goods and property, hinting at a complex system of administration and commerce. Trade flourished, not through conquest, but through peaceful exchange. Archaeological evidence suggests little sign of warfare or weapons. These were people who valued cooperation and prosperity over conflict. Their markets bustled with goods from distant lands, including precious stones, metals, and grains. Yet for all their achievements, the Harappans left behind a puzzle that endures to this day. Their script, inscribed on seals and pottery, remains undeciphered. We can only guess at their stories, beliefs, and daily lives. Their voices are lost to us, locked away in symbols we cannot read. Around 1900 BC, something changed. The great cities began to decline, not with the violence of war, but with a slow, quiet unraveling. Streets emptied, houses were abandoned, and the vibrant life of the Indus faded away. Most scholars believe that climate change played a crucial role. Shifting monsoons and the drying up of rivers transformed fertile plains into arid deserts. Without water, agriculture faltered, and people were forced to migrate in search of new homes and livelihoods. Over time, the Harappans faded from history. Their language was forgotten, their cities swallowed by sand and time. What was once a thriving civilization became a silent landscape of ruins, waiting to be rediscovered. Today, Mohenjo-daro and Harappa stand as haunting reminders of a lost world. Their silent streets and crumbling walls remind us that even the most advanced societies are vulnerable to the forces of nature, and that balance with the environment is essential for survival. The mystery of the Indus Valley endures, humbling and fascinating us still. As we walk among their ruins, we are left with questions about who they were, how they lived, and what secrets their silent cities still hold. Next, we cross to the American Southwest, where the ancestral Puebloans built cliff dwellings like Mesa Verde. For centuries, they farmed, observed the stars, and created vibrant art atop mesas. In the late 1100s, they moved into cliffs, fortresses against conflict and scarcity. Life here was communal, every resource precious, every day a feat of cooperation. But after just a few generations, drought struck. The Great Drought withered crops and dried springs. The cliff homes became traps, survival meant migration. The Puebloans left, journeying south and east, their descendants living on as the modern Pueblo peoples. The cliff cities remain, haunting, beautiful, a testament to resilience and the power of the earth. Nature, not war, dictated their fate. In the arid heart of southern Jordan, hidden among rugged mountains and windswept valleys, lies Petra, the legendary rose-red city. Once the thriving capital of the Nabatean kingdom, Petra is a marvel of human ingenuity, its monumental facades and intricate tombs carved directly from the blushing sandstone cliffs. For centuries, this city remained a well-guarded secret, its existence whispered about by travelers and traders who braved the harsh desert to reach its gates. The Nabateans, masters of both water and commerce, transformed this unforgiving landscape into a flourishing oasis. Ingenious engineering allowed them to channel and store precious water, sustaining life and prosperity in a place where survival seemed impossible. Their wealth, drawn from controlling lucrative trade routes that connected Arabia, Egypt, and the Mediterranean, funded the construction of a city unlike any other, one sculpted from stone, yet alive with color and culture. Petra's grandeur is legendary. The iconic treasury, with its ornate Hellenistic facade, greets visitors emerging from the narrow Sikh Canyon, while hundreds of tombs, temples, and ceremonial halls line the cliffs beyond. The city's splendor was matched only by its strategic importance, its prosperity built on the flow of spices, incense, and silk through its bustling markets. But Petra's fortunes would not last forever. In 106 AD, the Romans annexed the Nabatean kingdom, bringing new influences in architecture, but also signaling the beginning of the city's decline. As shifting trade routes bypassed Petra in favor of maritime paths, the city's lifeblood slowly ebbed away, leaving its grand avenues and temples to the mercy of the desert winds. Nature, too, played its part. A devastating earthquake in the 4th century shattered Petra's infrastructure, toppling columns and collapsing buildings. With its water systems damaged and its economy in ruins, the city's population dwindled, and the once bustling streets fell silent. Over time, Petra faded from memory, its secrets buried beneath layers of sand and legend. The desert reclaimed its masterpiece, and for centuries, only Bedouin tribes knew of the city's existence, guarding its mysteries from the outside world. It wasn't until 1812, when Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burckhardt disguised himself as an Arab pilgrim, that Petra was revealed once more to the world. Since then, it has captivated the imagination of travelers, archaeologists, and dreamers alike. A testament to the ingenuity and resilience of its creators, and a reminder of how even the greatest cities can be undone by the relentless march of time. Petra was never truly destroyed, it simply became irrelevant, a forgotten wonder waiting patiently in the shadows for rediscovery. Today, as sunlight and shadow dance across its weathered stones, Petra stands as a silent witness to the rise and fall of civilizations. In the hush of dawn, Petra's silence is more than absence. It is the echo of history's shifting tides, a story carved in stone, waiting for those who listen. Deep in Mexico's jungles, the Olmec civilization flourished, the mother culture of Mesoamerica. They built cities, developed writing and calendars, and traded widely. Their legacy, colossal stone heads, each unique, carved from distant basalt and transported without wheels or beasts. These heads likely depict rulers, faces immortalized, but names and stories lost. The Olmec script is undeciphered, their history, a silent enigma. Around 900 BC, their cities declined, monuments defaced, heads buried. Was it rebellion, ritual, or environmental collapse? The reasons remain unclear. By 400 BC, the Olmec faded, their culture absorbed by others. Their art, religion, and innovations shaped later civilizations, but their own story is incomplete. The stoneheads gaze on, guardians of a lost past. Our final journey takes us to the heart of Southeast Asia, to Angkor, Cambodia, the legendary capital of the Khmer Empire and the site of the awe-inspiring Angkor Wat. Here, in the midst of dense forests and shimmering rice paddies, lies a civilization that once rivaled the greatest cities of the ancient world. Angkor was not just a city. It was a marvel of human ingenuity, a testament to the ambition and vision of the Khmer people. The Khmer were true masters of water. They engineered an immense network of canals, moats, and vast reservoirs known as barrays, transforming the unpredictable monsoon rains into a reliable source of life. These hydraulic wonders allowed them to irrigate fields, support a population of over 1 million, and create a thriving metropolis in the heart of the jungle. Water was not just a resource, it was the lifeblood of Angkor, shaping its society, economy, and spiritual beliefs. This mastery over water fueled the construction of monumental temples, Angkor Wat, with its soaring towers and intricate bas-reliefs, and Angkor Thom, the grand city of the gods. These structures were more than places of worship. They were symbols of divine kingship, artistic genius, and the Khmer's harmonious relationship with the natural world. The temples stood as both spiritual centers and political statements, their grandeur reflecting the empire's power and ambition. Yet even the most sophisticated systems can be fragile. In the 14th and 15th centuries, Angkor faced a series of devastating challenges. Prolonged droughts, followed by catastrophic floods, tested the limits of their water management. The delicate balance that had sustained the empire for centuries began to unravel. As the climate shifted, the once reliable monsoons became erratic, and the reservoirs that had fed the city now failed to provide. The water system, the very heart of Angkor's prosperity, faltered. Crops withered in the fields, famine spread, and the population dwindled. The empire, weakened by environmental disaster, became vulnerable to external threats and internal strife. The once mighty city began to crumble, its temples and palaces slowly succumbing to the relentless forces of nature and time. As the empire declined, religious shifts and the rise of new trade routes further eroded Angkor's influence. Buddhism gradually replaced Hinduism as the dominant faith, and the city's role as a political and economic hub faded. Yet, Angkor was never truly abandoned. Monks continued to walk its silent corridors, tending to the sacred spaces and preserving the spiritual legacy of the Khmer. Over time, the jungle began to reclaim what humans had built. Towering trees sent their roots deep into the temple stones, vines crept over crumbling walls, and the city was slowly enveloped by the green embrace of nature. Yet, even as the forest took over, the spirit of Angkor endured, its grandeur hidden but never forgotten. Today, Angkor's temples, entwined with roots and shrouded in mist, stand as haunting reminders of both human achievement and the unstoppable power of nature. They are silent witnesses to the rise and fall of empires, to the impermanence of even the greatest civilizations. The water kingdom of Angkor did not drown in a single flood, but in the relentless tide of change, climate, conquest, and the passage of centuries. Its story is a powerful lesson in resilience, adaptation, and the limits of human control over nature. Today, the ruins of Angkor whisper a cautionary tale of ambition and loss, of glory and decline. They invite us to reflect on the delicate balance between civilization and the environment, and to remember that even the mightiest kingdoms are ultimately shaped and sometimes undone by the forces of nature and time. We've wandered lost cities, cliff dwellings, and jungle temples, 5 civilizations, 5 enduring mysteries. Their worlds are gone, but their echoes remain, reminding us of human ambition and vulnerability. These ruins connect us to the past, inspiring awe and humility. If these stories moved you, join us to explore more of history's enigmas. Until next time, may you find wonder in the world, and always listen for echoes of those who came before.